And welcome back again. Welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the planet. We're here again. We're here again at the LeVar Walker Show podcast. Shout out to everybody for tuning in today. And also, too, we are, 3 or 4 days away from Houston. I'm going to be in Houston at the Punchline December 14th. We got a few tickets remaining. You want to scan that QR code and get those tickets. But today's show is really dear to my heart and really emotional because we're going to talk about the scammers in Atlanta. As you know, Atlanta has a lot of scammers, a lot of people that look like us because we love to take advantage of our own kind. So this show is going to be about self-accountability and us looking inside our own homes. So in Atlanta, people move here. Black people from all over the country move to Atlanta with dreams of hope and prosperity. And they see other black people that look like they're doing well. There are a lot of black people doing well, and there are a lot of black people that are lying. There are a lot of black people that are renting cars and homes and posting up on Instagram, and they're acting like real estate influencers and gurus. And then they go to sell you a course. And these people buy these courses and then they begin to rob you. And they do it in the name of Black excellence. They always say they use these trigger terms, Black excellence and black people and the wealth and passive income. It goes over. We go through this shit over and over again. And when a guy like me, when I see these niggas and call it out, the people push back and they call me a hater. I'm going to say this at the beginning of this. There is no information that you cannot get using Google, Gemini, Grok, Claude, and buying books. Okay? None of these people have any information for you that you can't get on your own. If they're offering the e-course, 9 times out of 10, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're being scammed. We have to reiterate this. There was a big thing back in the 2013-14, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. A lot of black people got together, held hands, marched in the street, closed down Houston's restaurant on Lenox Road. And that kind of kicked it off for him to scam and bilk black people, his own kind, out of millions and millions of dollars. Meanwhile, I was the guy going, hey, guys, I think this is a scam. I was called a hater, a coon, and everything under the sun. So now we're back again in 2025 with the latest real estate scam. And I want you to pay attention to the trigger words because y'all have to see whenever somebody trying to sell you something and they go black, run. When they start the black shit, like just bring me value, nigga. I would love to do business with you because you are of my people, but bring me value. Don't just tell me I need to buy this shit because we the same color. And if you are offended by this and you figure be a coon, block me. I don't give a fuck. Somebody needs to speak truth because no one wants to hear the truth. So I'm going to play you the video, the latest scam. This is brought to you by the Shade Room. And here we go. These black sisters were taken advantage of once again by their own kind. So let's take a look at this.
Old a dream.
Come to class, don't miss it. Come get this good education.
I invested $65,000.
$90K I invested with her.
But what they say this woman in Atlanta is really selling? A nightmare, tricking other black women into getting business credit cards to fix and flip homes with her.
Now look at her fat ass. This bitch is taking advantage of people, and I'm going to use every derogatory word in the book. I don't give a fuck if she is offended because she's taking advantage of her own people. Fat ass bitch. So look at her. Hi. Look. Hi. I'm going to teach you how to do real estate. This bitch ain't no nails dirty, nothing. She's just here scamming. Her fat ass is sucking money out of the community from people that don't have it. So let me continue this.
Black women into getting business credit cards to fix and flip homes with her.
We've given them everything that we have in our savings.
They say once you get your money, things get funny. One of the homes catching fire, money unaccounted for. What's really going on behind black girls in real estate?
Now, let's pay attention to that word. Did you see what I said in the beginning of this video? The terminologies. Black excellence. Yeah. That's the bait. That's the fucking bait. You know what I mean? They throw the hook in the water. The bait says, I'm a black person. I'm looking for prosperity. And I trust my people. For your people to rob you. Welcome to ScamLANTA. It's ScamLANTA. These niggas are renting cars. They're getting the Airbnbs. They're renting luxury vehicles, and they're lying. They're flat out fucking lying. They haven't spent $1.
I did not do anything wrong.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Well, that was just a 40-second clip. And it's so sad. It's so sad that we take advantage of our own kind. Now, these women have been built out of, hundreds and thousands of dollars. And one woman said she paid $25,000 for this woman's course for fucking equal $25,000. Now, listen, also too, we have to put responsibility on you all who are taking the course. We're going to have to start to shame the suckers as well. Because if you're not taking my information, like what I'm saying, that all these people are full of shit, because I'm going to keep it a bean. I got scammed when I moved to Atlanta. This nigga was going to sell me all these rental properties, and we were getting money back at closing. I ended up upside down in the property. It was a fucking nightmare. Okay. And by the grace of God, something hit my credit where I couldn't close the 10 deals and probably end up in about $4.5 million worth of debt as he skated off into the sunset. And this is what happens. And they attack. What they do is they target people. So when you see these people having these seminars and these courses, and like Buddy was having, the Tulsa real estate nigga was having the corner classes, he was doing those classes because he wants to get people with a decent income and a high credit score, right? And then they're able to hold your hand and bilk you. Matter of fact, I just commented on another scammer's Instagram, and I said, "Where's your e-course?" There was a bunch of back and forth with us. Oh, we don't sell e-courses, and it was an e-course in his bio. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? You're lying. You're lying. Okay. It's either bank fraud. Either these niggas are doing bank fraud or they're lying to the credit card companies with the 601 letters to credit. And they're running your credit up and holding your hand and taking the profit from an illegal scam that's all going to fall down on your back. And this is where we at right now. They're full of shit. They haven't built anything. They haven't gone to school. They've done nothing with their lives. And these people should be ashamed of themselves, but they don't care. I don't even know. I couldn't sleep at night robbing the people, man. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. I just try to give good game as much as I can to my people. And good game don't cost a dime. You know what I mean? It just comes straight from the heart. We got a couple people in the comments talking. Shout out to Real Talk with Kimmy Love. Appreciate that. Hell, you call these niggas out. I'm tired of it. You know? And then the lady gave somebody listen, y'all, $25,000 for an e-course, baby. These people, the information that they're getting, they're running these this is what the e-course consists of. They're going to Chat GPT or Gemini and telling Gemini to literally print up a 6-day e-course or some modules. And they're giving you that. They don't have any, because at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. It's those that do, and there are those that don't, okay? You learn everything from doing, right? And so when you execute an idea, when you execute buying a house, when you execute getting on stage the first time as a comedian, you execute that. And in that execution, there's going to be failure. That is where you learn. There is no learning without failure or getting your ass touched, pause, but falling in the dirt, scraping up your knees. That's where you learn. So a lot of people just think somebody's going to hold your hand and just give you the game. They're not. They're there to rob you. Trust me, I'm somewhat of an ambitious guy. I've been robbed several times. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking as a victim myself of some bullshit. I don't have nothing to gain. I'm not selling you a course. The only thing I want to sell is tickets. As a matter of fact, you can scan this QR code and get those tickets to my show in Houston, right? Because this is what I do. I sell tickets to shows and I provide comedy, and you can watch all my stand-up on YouTube. I'm really funny. I talk real shit. I don't do a fucking TED talk. And I'm not about to sit up and do Q&As with the audience. And if you do Q&As with the audience, that's on you, but that's just not what I do. But we have to stick to what we were talking about, which is ScamLANTA. And it's very sad because these scammers, they prey right here in Atlanta. And it is a fucking atrocity. Somebody said, LOL, the lady paid $25,000. The lady kept rescheduling. Then I think she gave an additional $4,000 to the general contract. It's insane. It's insane. And the sad part is for that $25,000 course, that lady could have asked Gemini, how do I flip a house? What are the steps? And flipping homes is a very risky endeavor. You're going to lose. You know, with these house flippers, they always show you the money they make. Probably for every one deal they went on, they probably done lost on 10. They don't show you when they losing. They're losing. You're just rolling the dice. High risk, high reward. Somebody got to pay the piper. You're going to get hit. And then two, we have to stop feeling sorry for those who get scammed at this point. You know, if you have been scammed, you have to take self-accountability and you have to take it on the chin and say, never the fuck again. And join me in pointing these niggas out because it's going to continue. It's going to keep continuing in Atlanta. Matter of fact, the guys I'm talking to y'all about with the new scam, you know, they run So this other guy that's scamming, they're running a thing, and I'm not gonna say no names or no shit. I'm just gonna wait for this nigga for the feds to catch him. But their scam is basically you just get you an EIN number. They doing EIN numbers, and then in there doing like merchant accounts or some shit where you get these predatory lenders to loan you a bunch of money in your business name, and you get all this cash or whatever, and then they gonna take a piece of the cash you get, and now you got this cash, but you don't know what to do with it, and then that shit does go to your personal credit, and your ass is cooked. This is what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing, and it's unfortunate, and they're just laughing and drinking wine and shit, and just telling you you're working a job, it's not worth it. It's insane to me. This level of insanity makes no sense. So that is where we're at, guys. That is where we're at. Also, too, while I'm talking, I noticed that DJ Academics is getting into it with, who is it now, with Mano, and Charleston White has joined him. There's a whole big thing where a lot of rappers in their retirement, because rap music is fucking dead, they become talk show hosts. A lot of these gangster niggas are now Oprah. Okay, it's just what it is, and I understand they have to adapt to the current society, because though nobody want to hear that shit no more, and they're doing what they have to do. So it's a whole big thing in the podcast space of people going back and forth, fighting, just nigga shit. I don't even see the white people doing that. Are we cursed as a people? I don't understand. Hold on, let me see. Can you talk a little bit more about the scam you just talked about with the predatory lenders for business money? So basically, I just broke it down. So basically, you can go generate you an EIN number, right? You could go online, start your business, an EIN number. Once you get the EIN number, I believe they use that EIN number to get business funding, like through a merchant. It's called a merchant account or something like that. And then these merchant accounts, which are predatory lenders, will fund you, but you have a short period of time to pay that money back. So you just getting funded. You know, you get any Joe off the street, any poor person or somebody that hasn't dealt with money, and now they sitting on, hell, they take 20,000. You might get 100,000 for the account. Now you funded with 80,000. You don't even know what to do with it. So you're going to run back to him again. He's going to get you another one. He's going to keep collecting. And now you'll probably get slammed for some form of business fraud, bank fraud, or whatever. That's pretty much what it is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you step by step how to scam. You're going to go have to find them to pay them, because I'm not teaching that shit here. So it's some bullshit. That's basically what it is, bro. TV is dead now, so niggas lining up to get it. You goddamn right. TV is dead. Thank you, wise dollar kid. TV is dead. Television and movies are fucking dead. There are still people cashing a bag from television and movies, but I mean, what we looking at, 5 to 10 more years, man? Ain't nobody watching this shit. They're not watching, bro. Like, I don't know what has happened, but it's over. And that is that, you can't be more true than saying that. Yeah, it was debt snowball back. What was the debt snowball scam? Tell me the debt snowball scam. I don't remember that. Back in the early 2000s. Explain that debt snowball scam to me. Were people paying each other's debts off or something? Everything is a pyramid scheme. All these niggas is MLM. It's all mid-level marketing. Everybody's lying. Everybody's selling a course. You know, and I guess people sell the courses because maybe while they doing business, they just selling you how they failed or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. But for those of y'all just tuning in, I'm going to play y'all what I'm talking about in regards to scamming. And this is what we were talking about. Let's play it one more time.
The dream.
Come to class, don't miss it. Come get this good education.
I invested
65,000. 90K I invested with her.
But what they say this woman in Atlanta is really selling? A nightmare, tricking other black women into getting business credit cards to fix and flip homes with her.
We've given them everything that we have in our savings.
They say once you get your money, things get funny. One of the homes catching fire, money unaccounted for. What's really going on behind black girls in real estate?
I did not do anything wrong.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Yeah, it's unreal, y'all. It's unreal. That's where we at. So he talking about a scam, a snowball debt scam back in the day in the early 2000s. So basically taking all of your debt accounts and adding up the minimum payments, putting that total into a savings account so that you can build up a large debt settlement fund. Huh. And so what was give me more detail on that. It's all about building a tribe. Yeah, I like that. Building a tribe of individuals you trust on and offline of all races. Or you let your other accounts go delinquent. So, man, shit, bruh. I don't know about that. I don't know. And also, too, with that whole podcast bag, the podcast shit died out because the expenses of these people with these podcasts, they can't keep up with. So, like I said, well, what I do, I built this room in my house. This is my camera, my computer. You know, I got my sound pretty cool. Got me a Rodecaster Duo, and I just do it myself. I don't have any expenses other than electricity to come live as much as I want, when I want, how I want. So that's what's happening. Shout out to everybody watching me on the gram, too. However, by the time your accounts go delinquent, you've done so much damage to your credit, other banks. Yeah, true. They don't want to deal with you. True. That is real, guys. That is real. And this is where we're at. So I just wanted to come to y'all, give you 22 minutes of funk and fire. And that is it. That's all I wanted to do, man. Listen, man, appreciate y'all. Thanks for the love. Also, to Houston, I'm on the way, man. December the 14th, man. We got a few days away, y'all. We got 4 days away. And I'm on the way, man. So holla at me, man. Nothing but love. Y'all check out, keep watching them YouTube videos. I'm posting jokes and clips every day. So nothing but love, guys. I'm out. Peace.